Hey guys, we're here with our NPL Season 4 Week 2 Team Builder. This week we go up against the Litchfield Park Larvitars and their coach Nate, aka NC Squared. Nate will definitely be down in the description below, so make sure you guys go check him out. Very good friend of mine. We even play Overwatch. We've built together for this league before. I've helped him with some other stuff for other leagues as well, so he's a very good friend of mine. I encourage you guys to go check him out. But real quick, we will go over what the Larvitars have drafted this season. They have Mega Medicham, Heatran, which is one of his Zmons, Slowbro, Chestnut, Cofagrigus, his other Zmon, Tornadus Incarnate, Crobat, Claydol, Comfey, Rotom Wash, and Silvally. That is all Silvally forms. My team, if you did not know, is Megalopunny, Mew, which is one of my Zmons, Zapdos, Alolan Muck, Klefki, Donphan, Mismagius, my other Zmon, Sneasel, Golisopod, Dragalge, and Magmortar. Real quick, I apologize if you guys can hear my PlayStation in the background. I am currently taking a break from wanting to KMS and Crash Bandicoot to record this, so just bear with me. I don't feel like restarting or shutting off my PlayStation just to record for 20 minutes real quick. But anyways, this is going to be the team we are rocking for this match. The very first mod on this team is going to be Dina, our Mew, holding the leftovers with the ability Synchronize, has the moves Psychic, Shadow Ball, Roost, and Defog, with 252 HP, 156 defense, 20 special attack, 60 special defense, and 20 speed with a Calm Nature. That Fizz Def investment is so I can comfortably eat hits from Mega Medicham. I am not too hit KO'd by High Jump Kick, even if I have my leftovers knocked off by some Snowball's Chance in Hell. The special defense investment is for a very specific Cofagrigus calc. It's basically if he wants to not be too hit KO'd by Adamant, High Jump Kick from my Megalopunny, then it's that amount of defense investment plus some special attack. The rest in special attack is basically I can live a Shadow Ball from that calc. It's very specific, but it's what works. Psychic hits his entire team for neutral, barring Heatran, Slowbro, and Claydol, I believe, are the only things that resist. Yep, and Shadow Ball hits Slowbro and Claydol for neutral, and for super effective, and Heatran for neutral. So really, the only thing this thing can't touch is Heatran, unless he brings Silvally, which honestly, I kind of expecting him to bring Silvally. I think if he is going to bring Silvally, he'll bring Silvally Dark, just because he has nothing for my Mew. If I brought offensive Mew with the right moves, he would really struggle. So I think I could see him bringing Silvally Dark, just to something to check the Psychic type that is Mew. So the next mon on this team is going to be Hermione, our Mismagius, holding the Ghostium Z with the ability Levitate. Has the move Shadow Ball, Psychic, Energy Ball, and Nasty Plot with 252 special attack, 36 special defense, and 220 speed with its Nature. That amount of speed outspeeds Mega Medicham and Comfey, his base 100s. So it outspeeds his entire team, barring Scarfers, Crobat, and Tornadus Incarnate, I believe. Yes. Shadow Ball bops his team, especially at +2. He has exactly 0 ghost resists, minus Silvally, whatever type he decides to make Silvally, whether it be normal or dark, which I'm expecting dark, if he's going to bring it. The only Shadow Ball immunity he has is Chestnut, which is because of his ability Bulletproof, which is why we are carrying the Psychic. It dies at +2. Energy Ball, Rotom Wash, even if it's full Spit F, it's a roll to kill it, +2. It's a most likely roll to kill it +2 as well. And yeah, there's not a lot that wants to take Shadow Balls at +2. And I could save a Never-Ending Nightmare for something that's at like full health and I want to guarantee that I kill it. Something bulkier like Heatran, for example, would be ideal to use Never-Ending Nightmare on. But basically, if this thing can get up to +2, it's either going to win the game or put some serious dent in his team. There's not a lot that really wants to take hits from this thing. The next mon on this team is going to be Tweedy, our Zapdos, holding the Life Orb with the ability Static. Has the moves Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Flying, Signal Beam, and Roost with 248 special attack, 8 special defense, and 252 speed, and a Timid Nature, max speed Timid, so I could speed tie with Mega Medicham specifically. Comfey, it doesn't really matter. Thunderbolt for Stab, HP Flying. You might be wondering, why do I have HP Flying instead of Air Cutter? Well, you can't run Air Cutter and Static, you have to run Air Cutter and Pressure. And I want Static for chances to paralyze the likes of Mega Medicham and Crobat specifically. So HP Flying is fine. The only thing that Air Cutter would be giving me is a higher chance to crit, which I'm okay with sacrificing that. And Signal Beam is to hit Claydol, which is his only electric immunity unless he brings Silvally Ground, of course. Excuse me. HP Flying hits the Chestnut and the Mega Medicham specifically. And it'll be really good for that. On offensive, Zapdos is, in combination with Mismagius, are going to win the game, I think. One of them is going to dent his team, the other is going to clean his team. That's basically what I expect to happen. If I had to predict what he's going to bring, I think he definitely brings Kofag because it's a check to my Megalopunny 110%. I think he brings Mega Medicham. I think he brings Heatran. Like I said, I think he brings Silvally Dark. And the fourth Mon, I could see Chestnut, I could see Rotom, I could see Torn, maybe. I don't think... He might bring Slowbro, but I don't think he'd bring Slowbro and Kofag. I think he'll bring Slowbro or Kofag, and I'm leaning more towards Kofag. I don't really see a reason to bring Claydol, but just in case we have Signal Beam, I don't really see a reason to bring Comfey. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Medicham, Heatran, Kofag, Chestnut, Silvally, and I'll say Rotom. Why not? It's either going to be Rotom or Torn, I think. Maybe Crobat. Honestly, I think the only things that 100% aren't coming are Claydol and Comfey. That's about it. Everything else is threatening if it does. The next mon on this team is going to be Vanilla, our Megalopunny, holding the Lopunite with the ability Scrappy, of course. Has the moves Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, and Toxic with 4 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense, 36 special defense, and 212 speed with a Jolly Nature. That amount of speed outspeeds Crobat, the fastest mon on his team, barring Scarfers. Fake Out, Return, High Jump Kick, he has nothing for that. There are no immunities to that. The only problem being that he has that Kofagrigus that has the ability Mummy. The second I touch it, my Scrappy goes away and becomes Mummy, which means I can no longer touch it. I could have brought Brutal Swing for it, but it's doing about 26%-ish, so that's not really worth it to me. I'd rather bring Toxic, something to catch the Kofag on the switch, or possibly the Slowbro as well. And yeah, really smack things with Return, and smack things with High Jump Kick. That's really all I need to do with Megalopunny. It's going to dent his team or clean the game in combination with Zapdos and Mismagius, in my opinion. The next mon on this team is going to be Colossus, our Golisopod, holding the Assault Vest with the ability Emergency Exit. Has the moves First Impression, Liquidation, Aqua Jet, and Aerial Ace with 252 HP, 252 attack, and 4 special defense and an Adamant Nature. That amount of HP investment in combination with a little bit of special defense and the Assault Vest makes this a Heatran switch-in. I do not drop below 50% to a Fire Blast, which would be his strongest move, barring Z moves. And I can smack it with either an Aqua Jet or a Liquidation, depending on how much damage I take and whether or not I'm willing to risk him doing more damage and putting me in emergency exit range. Aqua Jet does about 40 to it. Liquidation has a chance to kill. And that's really good damage on the Heatran. In addition, this can become a clean sack later. Aerial Ace is for the Chestnut, and First Impression is for additional priority against things like Mega Medicham and Slowbro and Claydol, if he decides to bring that. In addition, if he brings Silvally Dark, which I am expecting, of course. Yeah, this is meant to be a pivot type of Golisopod. It's a way to get some cheap damage off with First Impression or Aqua Jet and get clean switch-ins into things like Megalopunny, Mismagius, and Zapdos, depending on what mon I need to bring them in against. The final mon on this team is going to be Biohazard, our Alolan Muck, holding the Lumberry with the ability Poison Touch. Has the moves Gunk Shot, Pursuit, Knockoff, and Taunt. With 84 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense, 36 special defense, and 132 speed with an Adamant Nature. Shout out to Sebi. He's actually the one who recommended this set to me. Originally, this was going to be Donphan. But this is actually going to be really clutch if it works out the way I expect it to. So Pursuit does about 60% to a Kofag, even if he's max defense. In which case, a High Jump Kick from Megalopunny kills after that, so it becoming Mummy, its ability becoming Mummy won't matter. This outspeeds a no speed investment Chestnut plus a little bit, just in case there was a little bit of speed in there. And it will also outspeed things like Slowbro and Kofag and taunt them if I need to prevent things like Slack Off and Calm Mind from Slowbro, or Will-O-Wisp and Pain Split from Kofag. Gunk Shot is just for stab. It's to hit the Chestnut specifically. And then Pursuit Knockoff is for additional stab. The Lumberry is because I expect to be in a situation such as I bring in my Golisopod or my Mew or my Megalopunny, and he decides to go into Kofag. Kofag most likely hits Will-O-Wisp in that scenario. I don't think he's willing to risk clicking Shadow Ball straight up, so I can go into a Alolan Muck, go for a Lumberry, and then he's Pursuit Trapped. Even if he decides to burn me a second time after my Lumberry has been burned, he's going to be taking damage from Pursuit no matter what. It'll be less damage, but a burned Pursuit non-switch out, and then it'll be a Pursuit, a regular Pursuit not switching out, in addition to a burned Pursuit switching out, will still put him in range where a high jump kick from Megalopunny kills. So it's kind of I have no reason to not do this sort of play. Taunt could be clutch depending on what he brings as well. Honestly, I really like this team. I'm actually very happy with it. So shout out to Sebi for this set. It's 100% his. I mean, he helped me build it. I'm not going to say it's 100% his, but it's probably mostly his. Actually, it's definitely mostly his. But yeah, that is going to be the team we are bringing for this week 2 match against the Litchfield Park Larvitars. If you guys did enjoy, a like and a subscription would be much appreciated, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our battle against Nate and the Litchfield Park Larvitars. I'll see you guys then. Later.